Verona have the league's worst defence and Atalanta Serie A's second most potent attack. So you can see why October's reverse fixture ended 6-1 to Ladea. That was then, however, and this is now, Atalanta come to the Bentegodi on a run of just one league win in 6, and they are missing a number of players through injury. Possibility for an upset, we shall see. Atalanta might have one eye on next week's Champions League playoff first leg against Club Brugge, but having bowed out of the Coppa Italia this week, they are left with just 2 objectives. And first and foremost is the bread and butter of Serie A. Giampiero Gasperini almost apologetic there in missing the traditional pre-match handshake with Paolo Zanetti, who seems to have taken it well. And Paolo Zanetti has a whole new central midfield duo. His only 2 changes indeed from their victory at Monza. There's a first Verona appearance for Berned, while Nias makes his full debut. Serdar is injured. Belayan has moved on to Lazio. They're still without Tengstedt, so Mosquera and Sarr will have to do the goal scoring. Very rarely is Martin de Roon missing. Lorenzo Montipo wears the armband. It's typically Faraoni or Lazovic, but with neither player in the side, the skipper is the keeper. Three alterations for Atalanta from Tuesday's cup exit to Bologna. There's a full debut for Posch in place of Toloi. Cuadrado comes in for Bellanova meantime, while Samardzic is preferred to Pasalic. They lost Daniel Maldini yesterday to injury as well, so plenty of kids on the bench with the likes of Obric and Vlahovic. For much of this season, Atalanta were in the Scudetto conversation. They're now in danger of finding themselves in that awkward middle ground between title hopefuls and Champions League certainties. Fiorentina, Lazio and Juventus on their tail. Cuadrado with the cross. Well kept in play by Zappacosta. Now De Ketelaere. Still De Ketelaere. And Retegui. It's gone over the bar. Bradaric got a touch. Atalanta want a corner. But in 3.5 minutes, Retegui's already had 2 opportunities. I think a goal kick's been awarded. He felt this should have been a corner. De Ketelaere. Samardzic, crowded out by Suslov. This is Ederson. Montipo had it covered. Berned with the corner. Flicked on, and it's off the crossbar. Danny Luke very close to getting the opening goal. Here goes De Ketelaere, he's cut inside, and Retegui buries it on the rebound. The frame of the goal briefly bailed out Verona, but not for long. The league's top scorer was there to pounce. Hadn't been vintage Atalanta for the opening 20 minutes, but with Moise Kean breathing down his neck, Retegui is extra motivated to score goals. And that is now 17 in Serie A, 20 across all competitions for the Atalanta centre-forward. Long by Ederson. Fabulous work from della to bring it under control, to nearly score himself, but for the post, and that's great instincts there from Retegui. Here's Jim City, Retegui swivelling and scoring another. What a season this has been for Matteo Retegui, and the sky's the limit for the Italy man. Atalanta not resting on their laurels today, determined to make a statement. Ederson heavily involved, Jim City with the square ball. There was still plenty to do here, but he turned on the ball, shifted it and struck it into the corner. Cuadrado. This is Posh with his back to goal. He's done really well. And Montipon has to concede the corner. That was sneaking in at the near post. Cuadrado with the corner. Della''s header spilt by Montipon, but he was able to gather it with Hien lurking. Nias under pressure, Ederson's come away with it. 3v3 now. Still Ederson. He wants the goal himself. The complete midfielder this season, Ederson. He started to chip in more regularly with goals, but this was his game in a nutshell. Winning it back, surging forward, and then slotting it home. They shipped 6 in the reverse fixture, Verona. They've already conceded 3 here after just 36 minutes. Nias wanted too long. Ederson sensed the chance to win it back, and after that, with no better options ahead of him, he just waited to create the space and stroke it home. Ederson with the ball in. And here's Retegui. It's his second Serie A hat-trick of the season. Again, Atalanta struck the woodwork, much like his first goal. The ball broke to him after cannoning back off the frame of the goal. And always seemingly the right man in the right place at the right time. Just the response to Moise Kean's brace on Thursday. And Retegui now has 19 in Serie A. He's one shy of 20. And there's still a half of football and more to be played. Matteo Retegui, Atalanta's poster boy this season, leading the way when it comes to scoring goals in Serie A. He's got 3 of the 4, Ederson with the other one. Verona looking lost, lambs to the slaughter at the break at the Bentegodi. Verona 0, Atalanta 4. Retegui has done what all good strikers do. He's been ruthless, unforgiving, uncaring of Verona's plight. And Alle is going to get a breather for the second half. Marco Brescianini sent on by Gasperini. Alle will be rubbing his hands with glee at the prospect of going home next week. First of two legs against Club Brugge in the Champions League playoff. Damage limitation at this stage for Verona, trailing 4-0 as we begin this second half. For Atalanta, they are looking like pulling to within 1 point of Inter. This is Suslov. He's done well to control. Easy save though for Rui Patricio. Brescianini. Atalanta start again with Jim City. Quadrado, great skill from him. What we didn't mention in reference to Atalanta's upcoming matches is they coincide with some really hard games for Inter. Brescianini, Ederson, Retegui! Make that 4. He is filling his boots this afternoon, Matteo Retegui. And in the space of 55 minutes, he's gone from 16 in Serie A to 20 league goals. Paolo Zanetti doesn't know where to look. This is humiliating for Verona, but it is an absolute demonstration of how to finish from Matteo Retegui. Never seems to be rushed, never seems to want to blast the ball, just caresses it home. Ederson making the run, knew exactly where his striker was going to be, and it's just a controlled finish from Retegui. Rafael Toloi looking for Retegui. This time Coppola was alert to the danger. Toloi's won it back. Zappacosta. Posh. Zappacosta, he's run through here. That was a shot, I think. No one attacking the back post. Long by Chachua. He in complete control. Mario Pasalic. Toloi. Again, Retegui showed for the ball. Pasalic. Retegui's touch for once was a bit heavy, then again so too was the pass. It's a foul by Posh on Mosquera. Nias. Posh there to intercept, but this is Chachua. Not Verona's day. Did score in Venice, he can't find the net against Atalanta. Brescianini, Retegui, Brescianini again. Up in the air by Davidovic. There's Retegui. You wouldn't have bet against him in that situation. The last thing you can afford to do is be careless as Verona there with Retegui on the edge of the box. Nias just heading it straight to the Atalanta man. Sulemana showing for the ball plenty in that holding midfield role. Pasalic losing possession. This is Castanos. Chachua showing great pace. He's got there. Jackson Chachua, denied by Rui Patricio. Now Mosquera, again, Rui to the rescue. Atalanta want a clean sheet today. Verona would have loved a consolation. Searing pace from Chachua. Rui Patricio did well initially, and then Castanos takes the corner. Rui Patricio with yet another save, this time to keep out Valentini. And there was a trip on Cuadrado. They always give you a chance defensively, Atalanta. That was well met by Coppola, in fact, in front of Valentini. Zappacosta, Retegui, Zappacosta. It's lovely football this from Atalanta. And rather than square it for Samardzic, he went for the glory, Zappacosta. In it comes from Castanos. There were several blue shirts, and once more they can't force it over the line. They need a bit of luck here, Atalanta. 3 blue shirts went to meet it. Mosquera then saw it off the line by Zappacosta, and he played it against Davidovic and off the pitch. It's Castanos with the cross. Headed down for Mosquera. Hien was brave. I think the flag is now up. 2 minutes. Sensible from Sotsa. This game a formality now for Atalanta. Castanos, who was tripped, surely. We play on, and it was nearly a goal from Davidovic. Chachua, he's lost the ball. Palestra tried to be too cute in finding Samardzic. Valentini into touch. That will do. Second time this season that Atalanta have destroyed Verona. 6-1 in the reverse fixture. 5-0 today. 4 of those goals came from the league's leading scorer to take his tally from 16 to 20. Matteo Retegui irrepressible today. Atalanta unstoppable at the Bentegodi. And how much longer does Paolo Zanetti have now as Giallo-Blue boss? They've got tricky games on the horizon. Atalanta, though, look back to their best and may yet feature in the title conversation. They're just a point behind Inter, having played a game more. And Rui Patricio comes off with a well-deserved clean sheet. Problems for Verona. Atalanta seemingly looking in rude health ahead of their Champions League endeavours next week against Club Brugge. It has finished here at the Bentegodi. Verona 0, Atalanta 5.